2, 3. Wait. All right.
Okay, here we go.
So we're out of sync. What are you going to do?
Hi, I'm Liz with Thibodeau Media Group,
And this is Tori with Brigo Productions.
and it's
Two Producer Tuesdays virtual.
hey, welcome back to our first episode of live remote virtual Two Producer Tuesday. Hello, production partner way out there on the other side.
Hello.
Hello. I really miss you. How you doing? How
I
you
know
doing?
it's different. It really is different. I think we all have kind of retreated back to our own home studios, and we've got reset. I guess in a way, not to be loosely, but I was like the last man standing at the studio. Angie, we sent her home 3 weeks ago, I think,
And
almost
Katie,
3 weeks away, and Katie,
Yep.
and kind of shut it down to just Jesse, you, and me.
Right.
And then I think, what maybe was it last Monday?
No, the governor came out, I think I don't know it. I know it's not, I don't know what day it is. But the governor came out, and remember we were like wondering, okay, he's going to shut us all down. And he got close. It was essential business. And then we told Jesse to pack up his edit suite and go home. By the way, Jesse's recording us incognito so he can hear us. Hi, Jesse. But he packed up, and then it was you and me.
Yeah.
And then I bugged out.
And then it was just me. And so that was surreal. Like it was a totally different feeling. I don't know, people that live around the Bay, sometimes you can tell, like if you drive across the bridge, like the water is high or low, like you just kind of get that feeling, not necessarily high tide or low tide. You just know that it's different. Such a small little thing. So even when I'd go outside to check the mail, it was just quiet.
Yeah.
And you'd go into the studio, and basically if you've been in our studio before, you know that there's kind of two areas of it. One area, the main area, that's reception and the small YouTube studio, those shut down. That's been shut down, and nothing's been happening in that for 2 weeks or so. That's still just walking around. It's kind of quiet. Like all of a sudden, like I don't know, I had commandeered the studio that I just like happened to find in The Walking Dead or something like that. And now I was kind of living in there. And I thought at any moment maybe I'd be like skipping through trying to sing songs like it was funny or something like that. But I was like, this is not funny. This is not funny. It didn't feel good.
I know, and I know that I came home like on a Wednesday, and I spent like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday working from my dining room table, and I just couldn't like get in a routine last week. So I got home a little sooner than you. So last week I really got in a flow and made myself a space in my house that's designated, because my husband's also working from home too. So like got myself out of life and made myself a little space right here. And I even dressed the set. And I was, kicking ass and taking names last week. I think what I'm doing, and I know you are too, because we're in cahoots. It's just we're in business. We had a lot of post-production to do anyway, so that's no problem. That's going on. The edit suite is entirely up and running, just remotely. But it's like getting creative with new ways to create content. Like, for example, what you and I are doing right now. I know you're doing this exact thing with your client, Startup Health. And then I did a cool one on Friday that we'll be releasing this week too. So it's like, is it optimal? Would we rather have like our big guns cameras? Sure, but like we can get creative. We can still get content out and have fun with it.
Yeah. And it's, as a studio, we're still listed as essential because we're broadcast media, so that we could go out there, but then many of our clients can't.
Right.
So when you say like we make use of what we've got, I think that there's a couple of clients that we have that are really happy that they were on these plans that have us capturing so much content just under the parts, just the guise of their regular contract, that we're able to, in this case, we can edit new stuff for them. Like we can create new content for them. And we even did something for a big watermelon farm yesterday. That was just one of those things that like, hey, we're thinking about you. And that hit for them. It was just a thing that they needed real quickly, and it was a good use of using some stock images and stuff like that. But we can still create messaging for the that we're doing.
And I know we were both doing. I I think you put out a little promo too. I know I did about, your business process has changed. Ours has, everybody's has. So sometimes just re-editing, retooling existing media with a more appropriate tagline or call to action, it's easy peasy. We can do all of that remote. And I know you've done a few, I've done a few. So I'm really trying to appeal to my clients to say, just let's talk on the phone, do a little Zoom meeting and figure out how I can help you,
Yeah, and I think it's important, especially now, like there's the downside of, hey, this is challenging. We're all in the same boat. This is really nerve-wracking. But, and I get it, you got to pay your bills, and every business and person is under that challenge right now. But what an opportunity to have a captive audience, and video is where it's at. I mean, like, no kidding. I kind of joke that everything there is to see on the internet and Netflix, I've already seen it now at this point, because there was
finished Netflix. Yeah.
So people are hopefully consuming data or content like what we're doing right now.
And I think we're getting beyond the everything's like COVID-19 related. Now it's like we all still are in business, and it's okay to go back to your messaging and just be appropriate and mindful of the way we're living right now has changed.
Yeah, it's just a pivot. It's a pivot in what we're doing because everybody else is having to do it. And I think that the best thing that you could do is maintain a great line of communication with your clients and customers, similar to what we're doing now. But I think also there's a little bit of an element that it can help you as far as just dealing with the situation that we're all in. That, for us, I'm kind of happy to go back to our clients and want to work with them and find a solution to this. Mm-hmm. Because I guess that's part of my process of dealing with all this stuff is the first thing that I want to do is get back to work.
Right.
And, we all want to do that.
And so I think it'll change when we do get back in. We're learning a lot. And, maybe why don't we tease what we can talk about next week, too? We're going out real strong and robust with streaming media. So,
Yeah, I think that's a great way to wrap it up. We did want to try to keep this thing in 5 minutes or so. We're already at 7.5. Maybe there's a few seconds that Jesse would put off at the beginning. But, live streaming is a big deal. Clearly, we can do all of that stuff. And we're even, Liz, you've got a client that's asking us to come up with maybe more of a remote digital media solution to a high level thing that's a little bit more than just Zoom.
Yep. Which, you and I have to work on today. I have, Okay. So we just wanted to check in with you guys. We're thinking of you. We know we've been painfully absent. Just, our hair has been on fire just like yours has, but the dust has settled. We are home. We are being productive, and the biggest drawback for me is I miss everybody. But we had a fun. I didn't bring a coffee cup home.
Yes, we miss everybody. I brought the 2 Producer Tuesday mug back with me. Tried to stay connected with everybody, and I think, but just like Liz said, we can't wait to get back to the studio and start working with everybody. It's pretty cool.
But reach out just to say hi. We miss you guys, and we are right here. See, and I wore my shirt. Got video?
I love it.
All right. Ciao.
See you next time.
Bye.